Okay, so as in the last video, we have discussed about the axial skeletal system and appendicular skeletal system. So axial skeletal system was made up of 80 bones and appendicular skeletal system was made up of 126 bones. So 126 plus 80 gives us the number of 206 bones, which is the total number of bones in our human body. Alright, so today we are going to discuss about the skull. Alright, as the skull is the part of axial skeletal system and skull was made up of 29 bones. So today in today's video we are going to count those all 29 bones by what skull is made of. Alright, so we are going to discuss about the skull, and we know that skull has 29 bones. So we are going to count those all 29 bones of skull in today's video. Alright, initially I am telling you about the cranium. As I told you, skull is subdivided into 4 parts: cranium, facial bones, ear ossicles and hyoid bone. Alright, where should I write? Alright, I am writing here. So as I told you that it is made up of 4 parts. So I am writing here those 4 parts. Initially, cranium. Alright, so here we have cranium, which was made up of 8 bones. Alright, so here initially we are going to count those 8 bones. Alright, okay, so now the first bone, as you can see here, this pink bone is what we call the frontal bone. Alright, and that is 1 in number. Initially I am going to count the cranium bones, which are 8 in number, as I have written here. Alright, we are going to count the cranium bones and those are 8 in number. So I am writing here, that is frontal bone. Frontal bone, which is only 1 in number. Alright, that is only 1 in number. Alright, so now let me count the second bone of the cranium. As you can see here, the big bone, alright, of the cranium is what we call the parietal bone. So parietal bones are 2 in number. We have 2 parietal bones. Parietal bones. And those are 2 in number. Alright, parietal bones are 2 in number and frontal bone is 1 in number. Then we have occipital bone. Alright, here as you can see, this is what we call the occipital bone. Occipital bone. And that is 2 1 in number. 1 in number. Alright, that is also 1 in number. Then we have, as you can see here, we have the temporal bone. Those are also 2 in number. Alright, here we have what? Temporal bones, and these are 2 in number. So here I am writing 2 in number. Alright, then as you can see, this green bone. This green bone is what we call the sphenoid. Alright, this is what? Sphenoid. And that is 1 in number. Then we have the last bone, which is the blue bone. As you can see from the eyes, that is ethmoid. Ethmoid. And that is 2 1 in number. Wait, let me write that with pink color. That is 2 1 in number. Now let us count the cranium bones. Alright, wait, let me use the highlighter. So we have 1 frontal bone. As you can see, we have 1 frontal bone. I have highlighted this. So we have 1 frontal bone. Then we have 1 ethmoid bone. Alright, then we have 2 parietal bones. Alright, 2 parietal bones we do have. And we have 1 occipital bone. Alright, Then we have 2 temporal bones. Then we have 1 sphenoid bone. So let me count those. 1 frontal, 2 parietal, 1 occipital, 2 temporal, 1 sphenoid and 1 ethmoid. Give us the number of 8 bones. Alright, as we have written here, cranium has how many bones? 8 bones. So it also gives us the number of 8, means cranium has 8 bones. Cranium is a part of skull and cranium has 8 bones, which are 1 frontal, 2 parietal, 1 occipital, 2 temporal, 1 sphenoid and 1 ethmoid. Here I am telling you an interesting fact. Wait, this sphenoid bone is butterfly shaped. Alright, wait, this is not butterfly. Wait, I am making this here now. Alright, this is like butterfly shaped. And it touches every bone of the cranium. Alright, as you can see, here we have this bone. Here we have this bone. Now as you can see, it is touching this frontal bone as well. Then it is touching parietal bone as well. Then it is touching temporal bone as well. Then it is touching this ethmoid bone as well. So sphenoid is the bone which is touching every bone of the cranium. Alright, this was an interesting fact which I told you. Now we are going towards the second part of the skull, which is the facial bones. Alright, so let me write this here. We have now facial bones, which are 14 in number. We'll count those all as well, like how facial bones are 14 in number, and we'll like go with the names as well. So what are the names of those bones? Okay, so now we are going to count the 14 bones of the facial. Alright, as you can see, I have written here 14 facial bones. So how these are 14 facial bones? Let's count those as well. Alright, so the first bone which I am going to tell you is the mandible. Alright, mandible is the lower jaw. So here we have, wait, let me write this properly. Alright, here we have one bone which is mandible, and that is 1 in number. So let me write with pink color. That is 1 in number. Alright, we have one mandible bone which is 1 in number. Then we have 2 maxilla bones. Alright, as you can see, maxilla is the term which is used for the upper jaw. Alright, so we have 2 bones for the upper jaw. Those bones are known as maxilla. So here we have maxilla. Let me write maxilla, and those are 2 in number. Alright, maxilla are the 2 bones. 1 is the mandible. Then as you can see, we have here bones. Wait, let me make this. Here we have 2 bones which are known as zygomatic bones. Alright, the cheek bones. Alright, those are also known as zygomatic bones. So let me write that by erasing these 2 circles which I made. Alright, so here we have what? Here we have zygomatic bone. Zygomatic bones, which are how many in number? 2 in number. Alright, zygomatic bones are 2 in number, and mandible is 1 in number. Then we have maxilla, those are 2 in number. Then zygomatic are 2 in number again. Alright, then we have one bone which is separating the nasal cavity. Alright, we have one bone here. Wait, let me make this with red color. Here we have one bone which is separating these 2 nasal cavities. Alright, so let me write here that bone as well. So that bone is what we call the vomer, which is only 1 in number. Alright, so we have counted vomer as well. Now let me count 2 more bones of the nasal. Alright, so as you can see, these nasal cavities. Alright, here we have 2 bones which are known as nasal bones. Alright, so let me erase these 2 ticks first. Alright, so here we have what? We have nasal bones. Wait, how should I write this? Wait, let me erase this one. Here I have written warmer, then I'm writing nasal here. Alright, here we have nasal bones, which are how many in number? Which are 2 in number. So let me write that with this, which are 2 in number. Then we have 2 bones here. Alright, here we have 2 bones, as you can touch your nose as well. Here we have 2 bones, which are known as inferior nasal cochlea. Alright, so here I am going to write these bones. I have erased. Alright, here we have 2 bones, which are known as inferior nasal cochlea, which are 2 in number. Alright, as you can see, one here, then one, another here. So here we have 2 inferior nasal cochlea. Alright, then again, what do we have? We do have 2 bones here, in one eye here, in another eye here. Alright, so here we have 2 bones, which are known as lacrimal bones. Here we have 2 bones, which are known as lacrimal bones, which are how many in number? Which are 2 in number. So let me write that as well, which are 2 in number. So lacrimal bones are 2 in number. Now the last bones of the facial bone are palatal bone. Alright, which would be present here inside the mouth. Alright, here we have palatal bones. So I am writing this here because those are not visible in this picture. So I am writing here palatal. So palatal bones are also 2 in number. Alright, so now let me count these all bones so that I can tell you these are actually 14 bones. Alright, so as I am writing here the number, so 1 we have mandible, 2 we have maxilla, alright, 2 we have zygomatic, then 1 we have vomer, 2 nasal bones we do have, then as you can see 2 inferior nasal cochlea we do have, then 2 lacrimal we do have, and 2 palatal we do have. So as you can count, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 5, 5 1 that is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 2 12, 12 plus 2 is 14. So as you can see, as I have written here, that facial bones are 14 in number. So we have verified that as well by counting these all bones. Alright, that gives us the number of 14. Means 14 are the facial bones. So now we are going towards our third. Like what's the third part? So now we are going with the ear ossicles. Alright, so let me write that here first. Now we are going towards the ear ossicles. So how many ear ossicles we do have? We have total 6 ear ossicles. Wait, let me write that here. 6 ear ossicles we do have. So let me count those 6 ear ossicle bones. So as you can see, now we are going to count the bones of the ear. Alright, those are also known as ear ossicles. So let me label this figure. Let me write this with this color. This is ear pinna we do have. Ear pinna. Alright, here we have ear canal. Ear canal. Alright, here this is the ear drum. Ear drum. Alright, so here we have this is the middle ear. Middle ear, and here we have the inner ear. Alright, this is the inner ear. We'll count the bones of ear as well. Just wait, let me label this. And this is the eustachian tube. Eustachian tube. Alright, as I have written here, I have labeled this. Now we are going to count the bones of the ear. Like how many bones of the ear we do have? We do have 3 bones in one ear, 3 bones in each ear. Like we do have 2 ear. Alright, in 2 bones, like in one ear we do have 3 bones, then in another ear we do have 3 bones as well. So 3 plus 3 gives us the number of 6. So now I am going to count those 3 bones. Alright, what those 3 bones are basically. So as you can see, this bone is what we call the malleus. Malleus. Alright, that is 1 in number. 1 in number. Alright, so now the second bone, as you can see, I am going to write this here, is what? It is incus. Incus is also 1 in number. So malleus, incus. Now the last bone is stapes. So I am writing this here. Last we have stapes. So that is also 1 in number. Alright, malleus, incus and stapes are the 3 bones of the ear, and these bones are present in another ear as well. So 3 plus 3 gives us the number of 6. As I have written here, we have 6 bones in the ear. So now we are going towards the last bone, which is hyoid bone. Alright, let me write here, that is hyoid bone, and that is only 1 in number. So we are going to see the diagram of that as well, what it looks like. Okay, so now we are going to check the structure of the hyoid bone. Alright, how it looks like. So let me tell you. Alright, as you can see here, we have this hyoid bone. Alright, this is what? This is the hyoid bone, which is only 1 in number. This is only 1 in number. So let me write that as well. So let me tell you what it looks like. Alright, I'm making that with red color. So we have, this is the structure. Here we have structure. Alright, here we have hyoid bone. Hyoid bone. Alright, here as you can see, these are lesser horns. Lesser horns. And these are greater horns. These are greater horns. Alright, and here we have the body. This is the body of the hyoid bone. So hyoid bone has 3 parts: lesser horn, greater horn, then we have body of the hyoid bone. So we have seen all bones of the skull. Alright, in skull there are 4 parts: cranium has 8 bones, facial has 14 bones, then ear ossicles are 6 in number, hyoid bone is 1 in number. If I do count these all bones, like we do have cranium has 8 bones. Alright, what those 8 bones? 1 frontal, 2 parietal, 1 occipital, 2 temporal, 1 sphenoid and 1 ethmoid. Alright, then we have 14 facial bones, like 1 mandible, 2 maxilla, 2 zygomatic, 1 vomer, 2 nasal bones. Then we have 2 palatal bones, 2 inferior nasal cochlea, 2 lacrimal. Then it gives us the number of 14. Alright, then we have ear ossicles. Ear ossicles, like we have 3 ear ossicles in one ear, and those 3 same in another ear too. So 3 plus 3 gives us the number of 6. Alright, those are malleus, incus, stapes. So 6 are the ear ossicles. Then we have 1 hyoid bone. Alright, so if I do count these all, 8 plus 14 give us the number of 22. 22 plus 6 give us the number of 28. Then 28 plus 1 gives us the number of 29. As I have written here, skull has 29 bones. So this was all for today. In the next video, we'll be counting the ribs, sternum, as well as vertebral column. Alright, this was all for today.